Thursday nights, but it does feel like the beginning of the conversation is with that taunting call because it goes a long way towards keeping the ball away from the Eagles at the end. Just pick it up there. We know it's the rule, but is that the appropriate use of it?
I mean, listen, it's football. You make a play, you get up. If I was a defensive coordinator, because after every first down, AB would get the ball, stand up, and do this, right? I'd say, safety, stand right in front of him because he's going to walk right into you and then look at the ref and go, look, 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 he just ran into me. So this right here in this part of the game, you can't throw that flag. I mean, come on. Like, he's just standing there. Fournette actually walks into him if you look at the clip. So I think it's a terrible call.
So Dan Graziano, because you're always that guy.
Yeah, make me be that guy.
This is the role that I force you to play. Right. Explain to everybody why it is the appropriate call, regardless of how frustrated we all may be with it.
Right. I don't think the NFL has done a great job of explaining this to the general public, right, or the former player analysts in this case, because this is generated from coaches, right? They don't want fights. They want to make sure that this stuff doesn't I'm telling you what their reasoning is.
We can yell at him when he's
defending it.
Go ahead.
I'm telling you what the reason is for the
get in his face and get a penalty for it.
If he turns around, then there's no penalty, right? But I think he said something because Fournette looks at the ref and he goes like, "Ooh, did you hear that?" Right. Like so I don't know. I mean, if he said something,
but I mean, are we really? I hear you, and I understand it's not your rule, but I'm taking it out on you because you're the one who's playing the role of having to defend it. Do we really want to be in a place where we're throwing 15-yard flags for something someone said on a field in the fourth quarter of a one-score game? Sacho, is that what we want?
Of course it's not what we want, but I remember a few years ago, 2017 or 18, they changed the rules on how you hit a quarterback and where you hit a quarterback. Before the season started, our coach, Vic Fangio, would always show this film of quarterbacks getting hit. Oh, you want to be a quarterback in the NFL, make all these millions. Watch how hard, watch how much it hurts. But then the rules changed. We had to change the way that we moved and hit towards quarterbacks. Strike zone, midsection. We hated it, but you had to adjust in order not to hurt your team. Everyone in the NFL, a majority of players, hate this rule, but you have to adjust in order to keep your team from causing a penalty.
I'll bet changing the way you hit a quarterback was a lot harder than like, oh, you know what, I'm just going to turn around and celebrate with my teammate instead of in front of this other guy.
It's different. It's different, especially from a defensive player's mindset. Because think about it. You're using your all, giving your all, full energy, full passion, joy, excitement to make a play. And then you want me to stop and turn around and hopefully I don't get in your face? No, like this is a great play. And you have to show a huge amount of restraint on a play like this. But whether you're on offense or on defense, it's not as easy as just turning around.
Not only that, but there was an obvious reason to keep people from hitting the quarterback high or low. We don't want the quarterback injured. To me, the reason is not quite as obvious why you don't want the defender saying something to the ball carrier after he makes the tackle.
What happened is they have a coaches subcommittee that makes suggestions to the league every year. And one of the points they hit last offseason was, we think this taunting rule that is on the books is not being enforced enough, and we are afraid it's going to lead to fights. So blame the coaches.
No, I'm blaming Grass.
I move for the dissolution of that subcommittee. Do I have a second? Thank you.
I
got Ryan Clark in on the. Okay, we got RC ready to go this morning.
He's angry
RC,
too.
The taunt as a safety who never saw anything in his life he didn't want to hit. What do you think of the taunting call last night and in general?
Man, that junk trash, man, and that's my expert opinion. I'm not going to come on and be as eloquent as Sacho. Definitely not going to read you Rule 1468-74 from the back of the NFL playbook or the back of the NFL officials book like Graz will. But it's a trash rule that you can't say anything, that you can't look at a player, that even a guy like Leonard Fournette, who I know very well and who is extremely tough, can look to the referee and be like, oh, ref, he told me something. That's a rule that needs to be taken out of this game. You have dudes that not only worked their whole life to be at this point, but worked all week for an opportunity to make that play. And because they're excited and maybe stare at a guy or say something, we're going to throw a penalty that cost the team 15 yards, nobody's hurt. This is one of those things where you're trying to get fighting out of the game. How about you throw penalties on dudes that throw punches, or throw penalties and kick guys out of games when they throw punches? Talking to a dude isn't the reason people fight. The stupid dude that throws the punch is the reason people fight.
Right, and it was a couple of years ago, Leonard Fournette was thrown out of a game and suspended for the next game for throwing a punch.
Right.
The point, and again, I'm trying to get you in the minds of the people who made the rule and want it enforced, which is the coaches. They don't want that to happen, and they feel like they can.
And their minds are stupid.
Right, quick final word from Nico, because I want to get to the game itself.
The sport is aggressive. You want to be aggressive as a defender, you make a big play, you might have to say something.
Right.
It's just the game.
Okay, fair enough. So Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.